Hey, it's Kim Commando Today, your daily podcast to keep you up to date with all things digital and beyond. And I'd love to have you be a part of our podcast. You can make an appointment to speak with me. Just head over to commando.com, and on the top right, there's a button that says Email Kim. Fill that out, and that's it. I read the tweets myself. The competition between billionaires, Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos, has taken another turn. I don't know if you saw this, as Musk has taken over Twitter. Bezos sent out a tweet about whether or not Elon Musk can handle China on Twitter, considering Tesla's business in China. Yeah, Jeff Bezos was trolling Elon Musk. You know, I still can't believe that he built this big company, huge company, mega corporation, Jeff Bezos, only to step down as CEO of Amazon. I mean, really, when you think about it, the guy quit when he was in his prime. Get it? Prime. All right, I'm sorry about that. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Just an example of all the fun that we have here week after week as we talk about living the best digital life ever. It's America's largest show about all things digital, your most trusted source. It's called The Kim Commando Show because I have, after all, Kim Commando. And you can find us on over 425 top stations throughout the U.S., and we're streaming in your favorite radio app. And you can find us streaming as a webcast or as a podcast 24/7, commercial-free, whenever you want, over at getkim.com. Once again, that's getkim.com. And a special thank you goes out to our servicemen and women who are listening to the Kim Commando Show on the American Forces Network Radio. And I'm sure you have at least a few questions about something digital I can lend a hand to. And our T-Mobile Unlimited listener line is now open for you at 1-888-825-5254. Once again, that T-Mobile Unlimited listener line number is 1-888-825-5254. All right, let's talk about future tech. 5 things that you need to know that will give you a glimpse into where all this tech race is headed. And we're going to start with Mark Zuckerberg. Yes, we're not going to talk about his Zuckbucks, not his cryptocurrency. We're going to talk about his metaverse, how he wants us all to just live and work and shop and play inside this virtual world. And of course, and to do it, we need some hardware, right? We're going to be these avatars. Now, right now, you can check it all out, and you can log in using these VR headsets. It used to be called Oculus, but now, of course, they changed the name from Facebook, and so they changed the name of everything else. So now they're called the Meta Quest 2. Sounds a lot better than the Meta Quest 1. I guess maybe you only saw, like, your avatar and no one else's. Now, according to this website called The Information, Meta plans on releasing 4 additional headsets over the next couple of years. See, the technology has to keep growing, right? We still have to get in there, and we have to want to put on this thing on our face to go into the metaverse. But the first one is called the Project Cambria VR headset. Talk about that in just a second. Then we have other Quest headsets, codenamed Stinson and Cardoff. They're going to come out in 2023 and 2024. They're going to have better specs. But let's get back to this headset that's actually we're going to see. It's coming later this year. It's really big. It's very big. As a matter of fact, people who have seen it are calling it a laptop for your face. It's going to hit the market around September. It's more advanced, more expensive. It's probably going to be about $800 versus the Quest 2 you can pick up for, $300 or less if you see it at Costco. So why double the price? Well, they're hoping that you're going to be working in this virtual world and that it can replace your laptop or whatever you setup that you have to work with. It's not going to be seamless. It's going to run on Meta's Android-based VR operating system. Now, when you see it, it kind of looks a little bit like a Chromebook, okay? It's not going to run Microsoft Office or productivity apps, and it's going to have outward-facing cameras so you can always see what's happening in front of you for augmented reality. Now, the biggest upgrade is this high-resolution image, clear enough to read text. What? Yes, you can read text. This way, when you're in the metaverse and you have your VR headset on, because you're not in the real world, you're in the virtual world, but you can still get your real world text messages and emails from your boss, even though you're in the virtual world. Okay. I don't understand this. I mean, I think it's probably one of the biggest non-starters that we've seen in a while is the metaverse. I mean, why would you want to put on a VR headset and get out of the world that we have, this beautiful world that we have, to go into this pixelated Roblox looking world so that you can meet other people and have fun. And I don't know. I don't know. I'm just not really a big fan of that stuff. Number 3, this is interesting to me because now we have new apartments that will monitor residents' health. It's in New York City. And when I read about this, I just wanted to pass it along to you because this is really future tech and it's prime. And it's at York Avenue in the city. It's called the Bristol. The building's 14 stories tall. It has 132 studio apartments. Okay, then why am I bringing this up? It also has artificial intelligence built in. This is so smart. It's called Foresight Predictive Health and a Fall Management System. This AI is wired into every room, and if it's activated, it'll monitor the person who lives in the studio apartment, say a senior living alone who might need some extra attention. And Foresight is built into the bed and the chair, along with various sensors, 3D monitors around each apartment. If something unusual is detected, say maybe the person fell, the AI sends an alert to staffers. I mean, I know you might be saying, like, well, what about privacy? Foresight says they can't identify specific people or even gender. So 4 of the 14 floors are designated special reflections, memory care floors with locks and alarms, and AI that monitors residents who obviously need more specialized care. And as far as Foresight, it's optional, only activated if the residents want to pay an extra fee. Now, I said these were luxury apartments, right? So depending on the amenities, an apartment starts at $13,000 a month. Wow. The nicer studios are over $20,000 a month. But this is now technology that can be probably downsized and available and put on a consumer level. So if you have somebody in your life, somebody in your family that you're worried about them falling, and I mean, this is certainly an option if they live in New York City and they have that kind of money. But I'm certain that we're going to see these sensors come down to our level pretty soon. Number 4, smart screws. Why would you ever think that we would need smart screws? I mean, why would we need an internet-connected smart screw that would send out alerts when it becomes looser? Okay. Bridges, cranes, scaffolding, critical infrastructure. Another example, amusement park rides, roller coasters, anything that would really need regular safety inspections. Consider the state of bridges around the country. Many are in disrepair and they're not being inspected as they should be. We have this new product. It's called a Smart Screw Connection. It's made up of a screw and a pre-attached washer. On that washer is a special film that can conduct a change in pressure through electrical resistance. Wow. I mean, did you ever think we'd be talking about this type of stuff? I never did. Anyway, if it does, a radio module built into the screw head sends a wireless signal to the base station that's then relayed to those who need to know. And you don't need batteries. Researchers used a method of energy harvesting that allows the screws to continually generate electricity on its own. I mean, that, it's really something. So a bridge that always looked a little sketchy. Now you can confirm it just has a few loose screws. Oh, tough crowd today. Our live studio audience is tough. Finally, number 5. This is another use of really great technology. Special glasses for your ears. Of course, we all have these smart glasses. We know what they look like. And they have cameras and microphones. And like we talked about with Meta and Facebook, augmented reality, virtual reality. And some are even designed to help the blind, like the Envision glasses that use artificial intelligence to tell the wearers what they're looking at. Well, now comes another version to help those folks with disabilities. They're called Voice glasses. That's Voice Voice, in case you want to look it up. These aren't just for your eyes. These are smart glasses designed to help folks with hearing loss. And here's how they work. Using built-in noise cancellation microphones, the glasses pick up what another person is saying. Okay? Then it converts it into text that's projected onto a display inside the lens. And get this, it happens in real time. And as far as the tech goes, Boise has an Android-based microprocessor. It runs on a lithium polymer battery. It's supposed to last up to 24 hours on a charge. There's a touchpad to adjust settings, and they can also be fitted with prescription lenses. It's over on Indiegogo, and of course, these are always a risk that it's not going to work. But I don't know. I was really reading up about this, and I think they have something. Backing the project is not cheap. It's $540, and they're not going to ship until November of next year. If they try to keep the smart glasses from you, just tell them that I have contacts. There's a lot to cover in this hour. Talk about e-scooters in case you're going to be going on vacation, what you need to know about those. Allie's going to come on board with us this hour and talk about some crypto scams. We're going to also tell about how someone's been snooping on your computer, and later on, some insider secrets about Apple AirTags that you need to know. And of course, we have all of your phone calls here on this Coast to Coast broadcast of the Kim Komando Show. Hey, our T-Mobile Unlimited listener line is now open at 1-888-825-5254. Once again, is the way to join us. And just a quick reminder, if you ever have a question you'd like to ask me here on the show, on the podcast, you can always just drop me a note. And that's the easiest way to do it, by the way. Head over to komando.com, and in the upper right-hand corner, there's a link that says Email Kim. And by the way, I'm the only one that reads those emails. And so, again, that's komando.com. And then in the upper right-hand corner, there's a link that says Email Kim. We're going to talk about e-scooter secrets no one tells you about. But how about we start this hour with Rhonda in Boston, Massachusetts. Hello there, Rhonda.
Hi, Kim. Thank you so much for taking my call. I'm so grateful. You have no idea.
Oh, well, I'm here for you. How can I help you out?
Thanks so much. I've been going through a stalking issue for about 7 or 8 years, hacking, somebody getting into my home security system to disable it. They get in my car. They put things in my car that were in my home. It's been awful. I've become a shut-in because of it. I go out to things I need only. I get on dating sites. They disable everything. I can't get in anymore. They change passwords on Facebook. I've had like 5 accounts that I have been totally locked out of. They read my email. They read my texts. They've done things. It's been crazy. I mean, I do everything. I'm like a computer tech savvy person. I get all the stuff, but nothing stops.
So who do you think it is?
I have a few ideas, but I'm not sure, and I can't prove it. It's been going on for so long that I'm at the point right now, I have to, because I live alone, I have something up against my door at night because they might disable my security system to get in. I've had different colored cars following me. I mean, people think I'm crazy, but I sit back and say to myself, this has been going on for this long, and I rethink about different things, and I say to myself, I'm not crazy. This is really happening. I've gone to the police. And
what do they say, Rhonda? What do the police say?
They say to me that it's out of their hands. There's nothing they can do. All I can do is make a report. They keep it on file. And it's just to the point now where, I change passwords, and it makes whoever's doing it very angry because I do like 35 to 40 letters, numbers, and symbols. And it takes a hacker probably 48 hours to hack a password like that.
And how do you know that they've hacked the password?
Because I go back in and I log out. After I log out, I go back in. Sometimes I can't log back in.
Do you think, Rhonda, do you think they're going to hurt you?
They've scratched my car. I've gone out a number of mornings where my trunk has been open and the seatbelts in my car are all crisscrossed. Okay. It's like it's just a mind game. It's crazy. I had to get a new car because I kept you get 2 remotes with a car. Mm-hmm. So I kept one in my apartment, and I knew somebody was in my apartment when I wasn't home. And I guess they can clone
Yeah, they can.
remotes
It's
now.
really easy to do. Yeah, they can. Yeah, and that's why you want to keep your keys. I know it sounds crazy, but you keep it in like a box with aluminum foil. That's that's
Well,
lined in that. But let me talk. Let me just address this just for a second, Rana.
hmm
Is that I feel sad for you because you said you're a shut in, right? and uh,
yeah,
and this has been going on so long, and it really has taken over your life, and you're not able to live a life because you're all consumed with what's been happening.
right.
And I feel badly for you because there's a whole world out there, and
I
you've been
know.
suffering with this, really truly suffering with this for 7 or 8
hmm
years, as you said. And I think you need to talk to somebody who's better than me, somebody who's higher than me, somebody who can really get in there and help you out. And I have some ideas, um, and I'd like to recommend them to you. So I'm going to put you on hold right now,
Okay.
and let me see. And I want to get some contact information from you, and then I'm gonna see what I can do to put together to get you some help. And Rhonda, thank you so much for your call. We have more of the Kim Commando Show coming up. How'd you like to hear about how I saved $456 in just 5 minutes? I used an app called Rocket Money. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that finds and cancels your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps you lower your bills all in one place. Can you remember all the free trials and all the other random subscriptions that you've signed up for? Of course you don't, and that's what they're banking on. I love that with Rocket Money, I can see all of my subscriptions in one place. Then if I see something I don't want, I just tap to cancel, and I never have to get on the phone with customer service. Rocket Money has over 5 million users and has helped save its members an average of $720 a year, with over 500 million in canceled subscriptions. Stop wasting money on things that you just don't use. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions by going to rocketmoney.com/Kim. That's rocketmoney.com/Kim. rocketmoney.com/Kim. Hey, let me tell you about GoodRx. With prices rising, it's the perfect time to learn how you can save up to 80% on your prescription costs with goodrx.com/Kim. This is great stuff. I mean, it doesn't cost you anything. You just go to goodrx.com/Kim. And even if you have insurance, GoodRx may beat your copay. Just check goodrx.com/Kim. Once again, that's goodrx.com/Kim. All right, let's talk about e-scooters because I know that so many of you are going to be traveling over the next few months. And if you get technical about it, those fleets of e-scooters, as you see pop up in cities and town, they're actually known as shared mobility devices. So in case you're out with your friends and your family, instead of saying, hey, let's get an e-scooter, you can say, hey, let's get a shared mobility device. People look at you like, whoa, that person is so smart. Here's the deal. They're really easy to use. Just insert your credit card, you're right away. But some things you need to know about e-scooters. Number one, you are taking all the legal risks. If you get hit, you take a fall, expect to be injured, and expect to be in need of medical care. About a third of all the falls and spills result in a fracture on an e-scooter. Normally, it's going to be your forearm or your collarbone. Dislocation is really common, as is facial trauma. Half of all serious injuries arrive at the emergency room between, are you ready, the hours, midnight and 6 a.m.? Yes. And about a third of people were drinking. Just remember, because you're on vacation, it doesn't mean that you're invincible. All right, it's time now where Ali Seligman, our amazing content queen and crypto gal, joins us here on the Kim Commando Show. And Ali, we're going to talk about two things that are near and dear to my heart: cryptocurrency and scam. That's right, helping people not get scammed. Ever since that guy called the show a couple of weeks ago, where he lost $107,000, his entire retirement account, with scams, I've been really like, I think we need to talk more about this with people.
Absolutely. I have one that, yes, that situation was awful, but that $107,000 is going to pale in comparison to this. That's number 3 on my list, though. First, we are going
Okay.
to start with another scam, Google AdWords scams. So, honestly, it seems like Google doesn't really care much about protecting us from scammy ads. Get this, in just a week and a half during April, about $4.3 million was stolen from people just searching for projects on one blockchain called Terra. And most of that was from people who had clicked phishing links. So you do a Google search right there at the top, there's an ad.
Oh, you
Well,
just take that one. Yeah.
exactly. So if you are looking for anything in the crypto world, don't click the ads. All it takes is a little bit of money to get yourself right there to the top of the search results, and then you can send people wherever you
Yeah,
want.
it's not like Google vets any of this, right? I mean, maybe people don't realize that like, how easy it is to buy a Google AdWord. You just go on your account, you type in your phrases, what you're willing to pay, bingo, bango, that's it.
Yep, there you go. Easy as that. It's not just crypto, but it is a big money stealer in crypto. So watch out for that. Let's move from Google to Twitter. Number 2 on my list, stolen Twitter accounts. Okay, this story is so fascinating. A writer named Jacob Stern, he had about 200 followers on Twitter. Okay, but he also had something a lot more valuable, that little blue check mark to say that he was verified.
I've been trying to get verified on Twitter forever. Forever.
Well,
Just
they brought it back for a little while, so fingers crossed, right?
all right, okay, I'll
But
try again.
maybe it could make you a target because listen to this. Okay, in just about 24 hours, someone had hacked into his account, locked him out, pumped up the followers from that 200 up to 42,000, and completely revamped the account to look like this really valuable NFT project called Moonbirds. And that little blue check mark made it all look official.
Oh, sure.
So,
Yes.
so all the links took people to a phishing website made just to steal their money. And Jacob's account was one of about 15 verified accounts hacked this way. Moonbirds, by the way, it's this NFT project. It's 10,000 pixelated owls worth, at my last check, about $46,000 each.
Okay, how can that be worth $46,000 each? I mean, really? I mean,
This is the world of NFTs and crypto, Kim.
I still like my favorite crypto story, which is about Jack Dorsey. His first tweet sold for 2.9 million. The guy's thinking, okay, I'm going to cash it out, going to make some money. Goes out publicly and says, all right, I paid 2.9 million for this. I think it's going to go for $50 million. I'm going to take 25 million of that because I'm such a nice guy, and I'm going to give it to your favorite charity. So it goes up on the auction block and not sold because he didn't want to sell it because the highest he got was $280.
Oh, that
Ouch.
hurts. That hurts
Yes,
so bad.
that was
Not a
bad.
good.
Okay, number 3 is the big dog, huh?
This is a crazy story. Okay, we've got this 25-year-old woman. Her name is Divya. She lives in Texas. This is early 2021, and she meets this guy on Tinder. His name is Jerry. He says he lives in New York, and he starts bragging to her about all the money he's been making in crypto. Okay. Well, they start talking on WhatsApp, and she tells him about her life. And it turns out her dad was this successful cardiologist, and he was a medical tech investor, and he was killed in 2015. And he left behind a lot of money. Okay.
Wow. Okay.
So once Jerry knew that, he told Divya, hey, you should really start investing in crypto, right? Okay. So the month they meet, she wires over first $10,000, $86,000, $100,000, and then $200,000. Jerry tells her,
She met this guy on Tinder?
yeah. And then
Okay.
they move to WhatsApp, and then she starts transferring over all this
Okay.
money.
All
All right. Jerry tells her, I'm investing it for you. Don't worry about it. He's sending the profits right to her Chase account. She's able to take out, she's getting $30,000 a month from the profits.
Wow.
So
Okay.
all is well, right? Okay. Well, then Jerry tells her she should really be putting her money into a crypto brokerage. Conveniently, Jerry has a really good option. It's a fake brokerage that he controls. Divya doesn't know that, though.
Oh, gosh.
So she deposits $6 million
No
into
way.
this fake brokerage.
$6 million
Yes, she
from
is
Tinder
borrowing
to
all this-
WhatsApp?
Yeah,
Oh
she's
my
borrowing this
gosh.
from her mom, who controls the estate that her dad left behind. And the account seems to grow up to 10 million bucks, and so she's feeling good. She's getting out $60,000 to $70,000 a month. All seems well. And then she starts getting bills from this fake brokerage saying that she owes hundreds of thousands of dollars in taxes and fees. Then the alarm bells start going off, right? She starts talking to phony customer service. She's asking Jerry, what is going on here? And the answers start getting shadier and shadier. And then she starts reading about crypto scams and realizes what has happened to her. You can see the lawsuit coming here, right? Yes.
Right.
So She has filed a federal suit against Jerry, two other guys she says are his associates, two banks that made the transfers, and two crypto exchanges. She's suing for $8 million. And now, potentially the saddest part of all this, the only way she has to contact Jerry is through WhatsApp. So she sent him this.
No, she sent him all this money just because she was chatting with or talking to him through WhatsApp?
Yes.
Okay,
She was on the state brokerage site, but otherwise just WhatsApp.
Okay, so obviously Dad was really smart, okay, because he's a well-known cardiologist. For some reason, she didn't get that off the family tree. I mean, if she was doing this, or unless she was just so incredibly lonely or incredibly not with the program or whatever it was. I mean, $8 million.
$8 million. So she sends him this suit through WhatsApp, and he replied, LOL, and then deactivated his account. Yeah. I don't know how they're going to find Jerry. Really, the bottom line here
They
is
could probably subpoena the records.
Yeah,
Okay.
and it's a federal suit. Binance and everyone else involved, they are trying to get it dropped. But
Yeah, I mean, then they could get his IP number or his ID number from his phone. They could go to a carrier unless he was using a burner phone. How long did this take? How long was this whole process?
less than a year. Less than a year for this, but he strung her along, set her up with it. Hey, you're getting $30,000 a month. Why don't you get more?
true.
You can do so much for your family.
He was probably doing this with a whole bunch of other people at the
It's
same
hard to
time.
imagine, yes, that she was the only target.
So that's why she was able to take the 30,000 out because he was putting money in to make it look like, but he was stealing from other people. It's the classic pyramid scheme.
Yes, exactly. Bottom line here, if anyone tells you, hey, I can make you a boatload of money, just put it in this website, close WhatsApp, close Tinder, close Facebook. They are not in love with you. They're not trying to make you rich. They're just trying to steal your money.
Yes, and another pro tip is if a hot girl in a string bikini DMs you about any type of crypto, you want to ignore him. Just ignore him, okay? It's not going to be anything that you need.
Delete the message. Move on with your life.
Yes, Jerry on WhatsApp. I hope, you'll have to keep us updated on this story, Al. You have to do like a Google alert. And so anytime there's any progress, because I want to be like that person who says, okay, we got the bad guy, So let's see if we can find out who Jerry is. And are we taking odds? Jerry, where do you think Jerry is? Where does Jerry live? Where do you think?
I don't think he lives in New York. I'm going to say he lives in some little Eastern European country.
I was going to say yes. I was going to say an Eastern European, some country that ends in a stan, something like that. Kakistan or something like that. Or maybe it could be Africa. Could be.
Sure.
It could, it could. But it's most definitely not in New York. Most definitely not.
No.
Oh, poor gal.
Poor Divya.
Family. Yes, poor Divya. All right, Al, so keep us up to date. Thanks for coming on board with some enlightening news about cryptocurrency. And now let's do a great tip. How'd you like to hear about how I saved $456 in just 5 minutes? I used an app called Rocket Money. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that finds and cancels your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps you lower your bills all in one place. Can you remember all the free trials and all the other random subscriptions that you've signed up for? Of course you don't, and that's what they're banking on. I love that with Rocket Money, I can see all of my subscriptions in one place. Then if I see something I don't want, I just tap to cancel, and I never have to get on the phone with customer service. Rocket Money has over 5 million users and has helped save its members an average of $720 a year, with over 500 million in canceled subscriptions. Stop wasting money on things that you just don't use. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions by going to rocketmoney.com/Kim. That's rocketmoney.com/Kim. rocketmoney.com/Kim. It's going to be all about how to tell if someone's been snooping on your computer, and this week is brought to you by iDrive. Protecting your most valuable data, photos, videos, and important business documents is just crucial. But before you throw everything up on free storage, remember that you're really paying with your privacy. More often than not, these free services just aim to collect and sell your data to all these third parties. And that's why I trust iDrive's affordable and secure cloud backup. And just don't take my word for it. Tech Radar just gave iDrive 4.5 out of 5 stars, talking about iDrive's comprehensive device support and military-grade end-to-end encryption. iDrive can be used to back up all your devices, your PCs, your Macs, your servers, your smartphones, and more. And what's great is they do it all into one account. It's just so easy to use. It's affordable. It includes generous storage. And with automated backups, you never have to worry about not losing access to your important data. It's all going to be there. Plans start less than $7 a month. Use my name, Kim, at checkout. You're going to get 90% off of the first year. That's iDrive.com. Use my name, Kim, iDrive.com, promo code Kim. Do it now while you're thinking about it. Head over to iDrive.com, promo code Kim. All right, so you think someone has been snooping on your computer. Here's how to see exactly what they were doing. The first step is you want to check out what files on your PC that the person actually opened. Well, good for you. Windows has a really simple way to go back to a file or an attachment that you looked at before. What you're going to do is press the Windows key and the E key. You know what that does. Press at the same time, it opens up File Explorer. If you look at the top left menu, you're going to select Quick Access. Yes, voila. There's your list of everything that you've opened along with anyone else who hopped on your computer. You can also open apps and programs like Microsoft Word and Excel, and there you want to look at the list that's marked recent. Another clue, sort files modified by days in File Explorer. And also, don't forget to look at your web browser's history. But you really need to know a really simple shortcut to make sure that no one snoops on your PC when you're not around. Easy stuff. You put a password at your login. The next time you're done using your computer, just press Windows and the L key, and then you are prompted for a password to go ahead and get into your computer. All right, still to come this hour, we're going to talk about Apple AirTags, some things you may not know about them. And, of course, we have more of your phone calls here on the Kim Komando Show. Let's see. Angelique in Bakersfield, California. You're up next. Hi there, Angelique.
Hi, Kim. Thank you for taking my call. I really love your show.
Thank you. Thank you. How can I help you out today?
Well, I have an adult son. He has autism, and he's developmentally delayed, but I would like to find some sort of device for him, a tablet or a small computer system that he could play games on, and maybe type stories in and have them read back to him. But I don't want him to be able to access any negative websites.
Oh, so we need to have some parental controls on that.
Right, right.
What's happened in the past?
Well, he's never had a tablet, but just with my TV that I had some blocks on, he didn't even know what he was doing, but he just got into a lot of negative movie sites. So okay. I'm just trying to avoid that and let him have fun.
What age do you think he's at? You said he's 40, but what is his developmental age?
I'd say about 9.
Okay.
Somewhere,
all right.
8 or 9, something like that.
All right. Here's what I would recommend. I would get him an Amazon Fire for kids, but get the Pro version.
Okay.
And I'll send you a link to this. You don't have to write it down.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Oh, okay.
But it comes with parental controls, so you can you control what he does and what he can see. He can play games. He can listen to music. He can write a story, as you mentioned. And what's nice about it too is that if it breaks within 2 years, is that you get a replacement, which is pretty nice. At certain times you can find them really cheap. Meaning like 50% off because Amazon wants to push out these products, and so to get them in more people's hands. So normally it's about $70, and if it's like $149 or something like that, there's an app called Camel that will tell you when things on Amazon actually go on sale. But I'll post a link to it over at Inside Commando Community in the Tech Q&A forums. But this Fire HD 8, the Kids Pro, number 8 is one. That's the 8-inch HD display. It's really fabulous. I mean, it has 32 gigs of RAM, and I think it's going to be something that you can give him, he can use, and you're not going to have to worry about it, which is most important. How'd you like to hear about how I saved $456 in just 5 minutes? I used an app called Rocket Money. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that finds and cancels your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps you lower your bills all in one place. Can you remember all the free trials and all the other random subscriptions that you've signed up for? Of course you don't, and that's what they're banking on. I love that with Rocket Money, I can see all of my subscriptions in one place. Then if I see something I don't want, I just tap to cancel, and I never have to get on the phone with customer service. Rocket Money has over 5 million users and has helped save its members an average of $720 a year, with over 500 million in canceled subscriptions. Stop wasting money on things that you just don't use. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions by going to rocketmoney.com/Kim. That's rocketmoney.com/Kim. rocketmoney.com/Kim. Back to the phones we go with Jim in South Bend, Indiana. Hi there, Jim.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm good. What's going on? I wanted to squeeze you in here, so let's talk fast.
Well, I have taken a new job, and one of the requirements for this job is that I have my computer is encrypted because I'm dealing with the public, and I'm going to be getting some sensitive information from them. And I'm supposed to keep things encrypted, and I don't know how to do that. I mean, I did hear that I could buy Windows 11, and that has an automatic encryption feature. Is that true?
Yes, but it depends upon which level of encryption that you are looking for. There is a free option that you might want to look at. Yes, it's called GNU Privacy Guard for Windows, and that's the program that we use whenever we have to send data out encrypted to a third party. Is that this is what our IT geniuses here at the Kim Commando Show use? So I feel pretty confident in telling you, like, wow, this is going to be great for you.
Okay.
And I'm going to send a link over to you, but it's at gbg4win.org, which nobody can ever recommend or nobody could ever write down that fast. I get it. So I'm going to put you on hold, and we're going to go ahead and give you that link on hold. And then for everybody else, I'll post some information over at commando.com/community in the Q&A forum so you can check it out. Stay right where you are. We have more of the show coming right up. Andrew, welcome to the Kim Commando Show. What's going on?
Thank you. Good evening. So, I'm in the market for a new laptop, and for years my dad and I would listen to talk radio, and he would cut in and do a small segment, and so I thought of you for some suggestions. Yeah.
So what do you want the laptop to do?
Well, it's going to be a basic at-home use computer, checking email, browsing the web, small letters.
Good stuff. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to do this live together on the air, okay? Mm-hmm. Is that on commando.com, which is my website, we have something called a laptop quiz. And so you and I are going to take the quiz together. Okay. And then at the end, we recommend the laptop for you. So if you want to take it again, you just go to commando.com/laptop-quiz, or you can just go Google search commando.com laptop quiz. So we're going to do it together. Okay. So the first question in our quiz is, what's your budget? Is it under $350, up to $650, up to $1,000, or you are going crazy over $1,000?
Up to $650.
Okay, we're going to select that. Okay, now, next question. Do you have an OS preference? You want Windows, Chrome, or anything will do?
Looking for Windows.
Okay, now you notice there was no Apple choice because those laptops start at $1,000. So we're going to select Windows.
Right.
And now it says, next question that we ask you in the commando.com laptop quiz. What will you be using the laptop for? Email, streaming, general work, or school?
Okay, email and general work.
Okay, well, emails, are you going to be streaming a lot?
No.
Okay, so we're going to take general work. Okay.
Okay.
Now, do you want to use external monitors with this laptop? Do you want to use 2, 1, or none?
I would like to use 1.
Okay, 1, we'll take that. Do you need the 10 key built in? That's the number off to all the numbers off to the right on the keyboard. Do you need that?
I prefer it.
Okay, we're going to say yes to. I like it too. I do like it too. All right, so now it says, let's see what our Laptop Finder quiz says, here you go, an Acer Aspire, 15.6 inch. You don't have to write it down. I'm going to send you the link to this.
Okay.
And it has an Intel Core i5 grid processor, quad-core processor, 8 gigs of RAM. Let's see, SSD, so it's fast. It's going to be light, 256 gigs. And it's steel gray, and it's $526.66 and has an 8-hour battery life. So,
All right.
now you went through our official Laptop Finder quiz, and we picked out the perfect laptop for you. And so what I'm going to do is post a link to it over at commando.com inside the community. Or if you want to take the Laptop Finder quiz, you can do that too. Just head over to commando.com and search for Laptop Finder quiz. And it really walks you through all the steps that you need, and then we will pick the perfect laptop for you. Andrew, say hello to your dad for me, and thanks for listening. You got me. It's Kim Commando today, and I'm here with you just the facts and tips you need to thrive in our digital world. Or, as I like to say, to live the best digital life ever.